Hello everyone, it is I, MechLord, and today I am still playing rogue-ish decks. And this deck today is like the surprise deck that didn't take the WCG by storm because it didn't win it or anything, but it was a pretty strong contender and really good like counter pick to all the agents and Rokkets decks out there. So I decided to take it for a little spin in Ranked Legends, and I got a 17 win streak that was only interrupted by Altergeist, a deck that unfortunately doesn't seem to care much about Zombie World. So, how does this deck function? Basically, you activate Zombie World and you win the game, because agents can't do most of their plays, because, the Link 2 requires fairy monsters to do anything, and they can't, do that. And if that's not enough to win, you still have access to incredible recursive tools like Doom King Ballad Rock, which just revives itself every turn and can negate an effect and banish a monster in the field or grave in separate chains, but that's still a really powerful effect. We can easily get to Doom King thanks to Glow Up Bloom. We can easily get rid of Glow Up Bloom thanks to Uni Zombie and Samurai Skull, both of which can also pitch Necrolord Banshee to activate Zombie World from deck. And then we get to use Ice Dragon's Prison, because everything is a zombie, you just get to banish anything from opponent's graveyard and on your opponent's field. And Haunted Zombies, which can also banish pretty much anything on your opponent's graveyard and create two tokens that you can use as link material for Everdread Savior, which can also send a zombie from deck to grave, and Vampire Sucker, which is also a pretty good card. And if that's not enough somehow, we also have Super Polymerization, which we can use to go into Dragon Necro Nethersoul Dragon, which is a dragon but uses zombie type monsters as materials, or Mud Dragon of the Swamp, which comes up like occasionally and protects your stuff from being targeted pretty much. So it's a pretty consistent deck. I think the last time I played this deck on stream and made a video on it, I called it a secret top tier or something. I guess I was right, which makes it a first, because I was planning on recording a ban list video today, but there's no ban list, so here we go instead. I forgot to talk about Olgur Mazera. Olgur Mazera is a really fun card, but it's not like the strongest card in the deck. It's just neat to have. Anyway, I'm just going to share a couple of replays against some of the top tier decks out there, and you let me know what you think of this deck afterwards. This here game is going to be against Agents, if my memory serves me correctly, and we get to go first, which is always a good thing against a deck that is really oppressive if they are allowed to go first. But unfortunately for us, we just get to go first. We open basically 3 zombie worlds, so that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to Necroworld Banshee pass, which does seem kind of like a weak play, but it's actually like pretty decent. So my opponent's going to Dark Hole immediately. I'm not sure why they would. They're going to activate the skill to reveal and return a Mystical Shine Ball and get the Agent of Life Neptune, which they are going to discard in order to summon Venus. Venus is going to special 2 Shine Balls from deck, and then I remember my opponent pausing and being like, wait, why can't I do anything? Why can't I link to? Oh well, they're just going to banish the Venus for a Majesty of Hyrion, which I don't really care much for, because I'm just going to banish the Necrolord Banshee to activate another Zombie World from deck, and my opponent is just going to concede in shame, because, well, let's just say that was a very easy game from this position forward. This here replay is going to be against a Rocket player, as you can probably guess by just seeing Varys show up on your screen. It was earlier in the day, but it's still part of the big win streak that I had that I'm really proud of. I'm going second though, which, that means I'm going to have to contend with the Rocket player turn 1 and board, which can be a bit annoying. My opponent is going to activate Trade In, pitch a Levinier to draw 2 cards, followed up by a quick launch into Rocket Tracer, normal summoning the Silver Rocket Dragon, popping it in order to get Explode the Rocket, summoning Galactic Spiral from their hand, linking the 2 up into Dillinger's Dragon so that I could put that in a graveyard and revive it later as they summon a Rocket. They're going to link these 2 up into Flash Charge Dragon, which is also kind of a problem card. They're going to banish Double Disruptor, get an heavy Interlock, and then Silver Rocket in end phase is going to float into a Rocket Tracer. My opponent is gonna Lancia immediately, but we do not care all that much about Lancia in this deck. However, I'm gonna fail to properly play around it because I'm an idiot. I'm just gonna pitch the Doom King Balladrock to the skill, normal summon the Glow Up Bloom, and get a Link Reaver. Normally I'd be able to banish the Glow Up Bloom to get a Doom King Balladrock onto the field, but I forgot to take Lancia into account, so it's just gonna sit there in my grave, not do anything. In retrospect, I'm wondering if the better play was not just normal summoning Necroral Banshee and threatening to kill the Rocket Tracer to force it to pop itself. I'm not sure it would have changed much, but I guess you live and learn. Anyway, I'm gonna get to set the Ice Dragon's Prison past the turn. It's okay, that's we are slow, we are playing a control deck. I'm gonna revive the Doom King Balladrock, like dodging the arrows of the Flash Art Dragon, which is also something that I didn't do with the Glow Bloom, because I'm not that smart. My opponent's gonna Treacherous Trap Hole in response, popping both of my cards, then Boloed Riot Dragon, popping the Rapid Trigger in hand, and adding the Boloed Riot Dragon back to their hand. They're gonna activate the skill to get a quad barrel, go to battle phase. I'm going to activate Ice Dragon's Prison for the Dillinger's Dragon. They're going to chain Rocket Tracer, popping the quad barrel for an Exploder Rocket. So I'm just going to get to banish the Flash Charge and Dillinger's, so I am not dead this turn, but I do take a large amount of damage. During my net standby, Doom King Balladrock is going to come back, and also I top deck Super Polymerization because I'm just goated, and with this I'm going to be able to get an easy lethal with the Dragon Necro Nether Soul Dragon and normal summoning the Necroral Banshee for more than lethal. This opponent was on Shiranui? I think? I'm not sure. I think they were on Shiranui. Yeah, they're on Shiranui. And I'm going second, so they're still going to get to do their Shira combo turn 1. I keep drawing multiple Ice Dragon's Prisons. Maybe I'm replacing one of the IDPs with like a Compulse or something. I think Compulse is like probably, because I'm not getting much use of a Crackdown, right? But Compulse feels nice to use. Or maybe a second Haunted Zombies. Haunted Zombies is like a really potent card. Anyway, they're gonna go for the classic Shiranui combo. You just know what Shiranuis do at this stage, right? Like, this isn't news to you, hopefully. You've played this game enough that you've seen this combo time and time and time again, and it's still as fun as it used to be. This is still the most fun you can have in Duel Links. Playing Shiranui, just playing Solitaire with the well, it didn't even play Shiranui Solitaire. I thought it doesn't really work here. But you just make a bunch of like stuff, and then you activate the skill before actually again ring of the Samurai Saga, so that you can pop one more stuff with the Stun Saga, and then you set 3 pass, and wow, it's not the most fun you can have in this game. Anyway, open Necroral Banshee, activate Super Polymerization immediately, pitching a Zombie Wall to summon Dragon Necro, big dragon, and I'm gonna banish the Necroral Banshee for a Zombie Wall because I can anyway. Attack directly. Oh wow, their 3 sets don't actually do anything. I'm thinking these are all what's the continuous trap? I forgot. They're going to Spirit Master for a Spectral Sword Shade and activate Spectral Sword Engrave. I'm going to respond with IDP banishing, well, targeting the Spectral Sword, summoning it and banishing the Sword and the Shade, and they're just going to concede. Yeah. Isn't that fun? It is pretty fun. And here is another Rocket player, because Rocket was actually the most popular deck in this WCQ. The best performing one, and also one of the decks that Zombie World has like the best matchups against, I believe. Personally, especially for this really cool hand. So, they're gonna activate the skill, they're gonna reveal Odai's Advanced Dragon, which is a pretty cool tech choice that this deck gets to play, and get a Black Meteor Dragon, not going for the Lancia this time. They're gonna banish the Double Disruptor for a Rapid Trigger. Red Eyes Meteor Black Dragon, pitching Blue Eyes to special itself. Then normaling the Rocket Tracer, Galactic Spiral, specialing itself from Grave Rocket Tracer. Pop the Red Eyes to get an Exploder Rocket Dragon. Set 1 pass. I think, well, I'm pretty sure that this is a Rapid Trigger, but which matches poorly against exactly Zombie World. I'm going to activate Zombie World, they're going to Rapid Trigger in response, and Rocket Tracer targeting the Galactic Spiral Dragon for a Metal Rocket Dragon, and then destroying both the Exploder Rockets and the Metal Rockets in order to Yugo Shokan Borrowlord Furious Dragon. Unfortunately, for my opponent, I already top deck the Super Polymerization. I'm going to pitch the Haunted Zombies that I can retrieve later in order to summon Dragon, and then I'm going to normal summon Uni Zombie, use its effect, and the game is pretty much over. I just have lethal on board there. So, another easy W against Rockets. And last but not least, this was probably the toughest duel that I had, actually. Like, unironically, this one made me sweat a little bit. This one was a bit tougher than I had anticipated. So, a good hand to banish a bunch of stuff, so I'm just gonna activate Zombie World, set to pass. What could possibly go wrong? Wait, what am I up against? Oh, it's Kozmo. Kozmo just banishes its own cards. It doesn't have anything engraved for me to IDP or Haunted Zombies. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. And they had another ship there, I would have lost the game on the spot. That would have been humiliating. Anyway, I do top deck Dark Necrophilia, which means that I will get to draw a card and activate Haunted Zombies, banishing my own Necrophilia, normaling the Doom King Balladrock. I tribute summon Doom King Balladrock. I attacked and my opponent activated Floral Shield. Have you ever seen this card before? This is my first time actually playing against this card. Can you believe this? Anyway, the attack is going to be negated. My opponent is going to draw a card. They're going to set, and then they're just going to pass. They're not even switching the Dark Lady in defense. Why would they? They don't give a shit. I'm going to top deck Glow Up Bloom, Link Summon into a Link Karibo, activate its effect in order to special the Doom King Balladrock. Notably, neither my opponent and I used, respectively, Dark Lady and Balladrock. I was waiting for them to Dark Lady so that I can negate with Balladrock or just banish it. I think my opponent was pretty much waiting on the same thing, just for me to activate Balladrock first so that I can negate. I'm going to return the Glow Up Bloom to my graveyard to set the Haunted, to my deck rather, to set the Haunted Zombies, and then attack with Doom King, and Link Karibo, leaving my opponent at a meager 300 life points. Notably, they have a monster engraved now, so when they Dark Hole, I am not too concerned. They're going to normal summon this Kozmo Wicked Witch, but my IDP is live now, so I'm just going to get to IDP, special the Dark Lady, banish both of them. They're going to get to IDP, trying to go for my Doom King Balladrock, but I'm going to Haunted Zombies, my own Balladrock that was targeted to create 2 tokens, and win this game. They have an empty field. I can just bring back the Balladrock. I can just link these two up into a Vendrid Savior, normal summon the Samurai Skull, go for lethal after sending the Glow Up Bloom, which is going to get me an Ulgur Mazera to my hand, and just get the win, get the W. This was remarkably close for like a rogue type of situation. So like, as you can see, zombies have carved themselves a pretty neat niche by being, one, pretty much unaffected by Lancia, which is the most common entrap in the current metagame, and 2, being able to floodgate a large amount of current decks, thanks to Zombie World, most specifically, and all the interactions that Zombie World has with Balladrock, Super Poly, all these kinds of cards. Another thing that the deck is going for it is its incredibly resilient. Like, Haunted Zombies just produces material for you to use, and it can do it so twice. Which is like having bodies on the board to link summon or just to protect your life points. Always pretty neat. Doom King Balladrock coming back every single turn. Also pretty neat. And unfortunately, you have to play a brick in the form of Dark Necrophilia, but it's not that bad, is it? I guess you can also play Trade-In this version of the deck. I've seen a couple of lists. I think the list that's up the WC Clue was actually playing Trade-In at 3 copies and only 2 copies of Balladrock. I don't know, try things that work out for you, let me know how it works, but I do think you're going to want to max out on Zombie World and Necro Banshee, just because opening either of those is pretty much an FTK against mini decks. So that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully the ban list releases by tomorrow, or else I am officially out of content. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about this deck in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment again. comment twice, please. And I will see you all next time.